Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor. We're covering these stories for you this week. As always, we bring you some important community association news. And our news team was at the Meet the Author event honoring Pat Conroy. Those stories and more coming up. Sun City News starts now.
From our studios in Pinckney Hall, this is Sun City News with Norma Taylor. Entertainment news with Randy Selman. Sports with Doug Wright. And the entire Sun City News team covering your community and the South Carolina Low Country.
There will be a golf town hall at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, October 30th at Magnolia Hall, and all residents are welcome to attend. The Palmetto Commons lobby will be closed from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. on Thursday, October 31st for a staff Halloween event. The election username and password was sent to residents via email on October 14th and October 21st. It will be sent one more time on November 4th via email. The emails were sent to resident email addresses on file with the association. If you didn't receive an email, please check your spam filter and junk folder daily. If your email address is missing from the association's database or is invalid, you will receive a letter in the mail with the username and password and a paper ballot. Completed paper ballots must be returned to Palmetto Commons by 5 p.m. on Thursday, October 31st. Online voting will be November 5th through the 7th. If you do not receive an email or a letter with a hard copy ballot, please visit a voting kiosk from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on November 6th at the Lake House and Pinckney Hall, or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on November 7th at the Lake House and Pinckney Hall. For more information, visit the election webpage of the community website. Applications are now being accepted to fill upcoming vacancies on the board-appointed committees. Visit the BAC page of the community website to explore each committee's webpage and to fill out a volunteer application. Applications are due by Wednesday, October 30th. Applicants will be contacted for an interview beginning on November 4th, and new committee members will be selected and notified in December. The Government and Business Affairs Committee will host Jasper County Administrator Andrew Fulgham for a property tax discussion at 4 p.m. on November 1st at Pinckney Hall. Andrew will review how your property tax bill is calculated, what services you are paying for, and compare Jasper County and Beaufort County out-of-pocket property tax expenses for Sun City residents. Bring copies of your 2017 and 2018 property tax bills to follow along with the presentation. Now, all residents are invited to attend. For more information about these events and other community activities, check your email inbox for eNews Weekly or log on to suncityhiltonhead.org. The Low Country is enriched by the literary contributions of the late author Pat Conroy. The book, Our Prince of Scribes, was featured at October's Meet the Author event and is a tribute to the man, written by many of his colleagues. We heard from two of the contributors and the co-editor, who shared news of upcoming events that celebrate this book and Conroy's legacy.
Jonathan, welcome back, and congratulations on the release of Our Prince of Scribes in paperback.
Well, thank you so much, Georgia. It's really wonderful to be back.
Now, we're going to talk about the book eventually.
Yes.
But what I'd really like to talk to you about are some of the events that are coming up that, in my mind, really enhance the whole Our Prince of Scribes experience. First one, if you'd give us the what, the where, and the when of the upcoming Scribes Portrait Exhibition on Hilton Head.
Well, this is a really wonderful opportunity for us. My co-editor, Nicole Seitz, is a fantastic visual artist as well, and in the 70 days leading up to publication, she sketched all 67 contributing writers to Our Prince of Scribes, plus Pat Conroy. So effectively one sketch a day, just a remarkable achievement on its own. Nicole grew up on Hilton Head, and we had an opportunity to bring the exhibit to Hilton Head during the Crescendo Festival and during our own Pat Conroy Literary Festival. So it's on display, entirely free, open to the public at Hilton Head Town Center, 1 Town Center Drive, Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Just a really wonderful thing to see. In addition to the portraits, every portrait has underneath it a brief excerpt from our corresponding essay, so you get to learn a lot about Pat Conroy's circle of friends and about Pat Conroy as well.
You don't do things small with this Our Prince of Scribes.
No, it's
67 contributors, 67 portraits.
It's pretty amazing.
Now, you're also the executive director of the Pat Conroy Literary Center.
That's right.
So
yes.
if you would please give us, some of the things that you can share about the upcoming Literary Festival, November 1st through the 3rd?
It starts a little earlier than that, actually. It starts on October 29th this year. We've got a couple of preview events, and this is our 4th year to do the Literary Festival. This actually began as Pat's 70th birthday, something that we did with him, and now we continue in his honor. So this year, some of the big highlights of that festival are the release of Cassandra King Conroy's memoir, Tell Me a Story, and that launch event will be on October 29th, opening day of the festival, 7 p.m. at the University of South Carolina Beaufort Center for the Arts in Beaufort. That event's free and open to the public. Anybody can show up and get a copy of the book that very first night. And then the festival continues really all week. On Wednesday of that week, we'll be back on Hilton Head at Coligny Theater for an Our Prince of Scribes panel. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, really the heart of the festival, we've got a really wonderful combination of free events going on, almost all of them in Beaufort, very close to where the Conroy Center is in downtown Beaufort. There's a location just across the street from us called Old Bay Marketplace, and we'll be there all day on Saturday, free events that includes everybody from our Camp Conroy kids, these middle schoolers who we worked with last summer, to major writers. Mary Alice Monroe and Sally Murphy are doing an event that evening as well. In between, we've got poets and memoirists and environmental writers, just a really wonderful combination of folks. On Sunday, the 2 big closing events are out on Dawta Island. We've got a brunch with Delia Owens, New York Times #1 best-selling author of Where the Crawdads Sing. And then closing out the whole thing is another free event that'll be in Bluffton, not far from where we are, at Low Country Presbyterian Church. It's a panel discussion for a book called State of the Heart, South Carolina Writers on the Places They Love. And we've got a great group of half dozen writers coming from all over South Carolina to talk about places that were really near and dear to their heart, too. And once again, that event, the closing event, entirely free, open to the public.
Well, you're doing a great job of keeping that legacy alive.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to do it. And I think if Pat were around, he would love that we're continuing to highlight readers and writers in this really interesting and inclusive way.
Coming up on Sun City News, our wine whisperer Tina Thompson's here with more information on choosing the best wine. And our news team checked out the observance of National Chi Day. We'll be right back after these messages. Well, our wine whisperer is here. Well, Tina, what are you celebrating this month?
Norma, there's plenty to talk about when you're speaking Italian. October is Italian Heritage Month. It celebrates the distinguished cultural contributions of Americans with Italian lineage. Well, I'm not Italian. It is still an excellent reason to enjoy good food and tasty wines. Let's begin with the white varietal, Tremin Pinot Grigio 18, 1699. JS rated 91. By the way, James Suckling is an internationally acclaimed wine critic. Winemaker notes reveal a straw color with aromas of citrus fruits, pears, apples, and white flowers. Fantastic as an aperitif, but also a versatile food wine that can complement anything from a simple salad of lightly dressed greens to richer dishes like seafood quiche. Next, a favorite varietal, Frescobaldi Alle Rosé 18, 1899, JS 90. Winemaker notes describe a standout for its extreme sensuality. a pale pink color with peach nuances. The sharp and unmistakable bouquet floods the senses with intoxicating Mediterranean aromas that meld with the fragrances of fresh and ripe fruit. An excellent pairing with charcuterie, that's prepared meats, particularly recommended with well-spiced dishes and Asian cuisine. Ending with a Big Bang red, I endorse Vietti Barolo Castiglione 15, $54.99. All the different crus are vinified and aged separately. Fermentation occurs in stainless steel with daily cap submersion for extraction of flavor and color. Pair with hearty stew, wild game, roasted red meats, and cheeses. Now for the wine drinker that wants to transition from white to red, I recommend a Dolcetto varietal. Dolcetto translates to little sweet one. Typically not sweet in terms of residual sugar, they possess delightfully fruity flavors of red cherry and blueberry, served chilled. Piacere. Thanks for watching. I'm Tina Thompson.
October is National Qigong and Tai Chi Month. In recognition of that, our Sun City Chi Club hosted their annual Chi Day, which highlighted the various facets of this club and its purpose. The anchors of our new show, Let's Go Clubbing, Doug Wright and Georgia Lash, were there.
Celebrating Chi Day, I am here with Chet Richards, the president of the Chi Club. Chet, tell us about the club.
The club was founded several years ago. Its purpose, well, we're kind of known as the Eastern Philosophy Club. We have 4 main program areas that we deal in: Qigong, Tai Chi, Yoga, and meditation. Terry will be along later to talk about the Chinese, the Qigong, and the Tai Chi. I do yoga. I'm a certified yoga instructor. We have several other certified yoga instructors here in the club, and a couple times a month we have a yoga class over at Perrysburg at 5 o'clock for our club members. Now, the way the club works, you pay your $5 a year. All of the classes after that are free. We have 4 sessions a week, so that's, in theory, 200 sessions you could come to for $5, which is not a bad deal. And they're all taught by well-qualified and, for the most part, certified instructors in their fields.
Now, Chet, is there any requirement to join?
No, it's open to all Sun City residents. Our classes, kind of classes we do are the kind that can be modified so that if you're, for example, if you're an experienced yogi, you're welcome to do the more advanced postures. If you're just getting into it, you start with the beginning postures. And if you have special needs, almost all of the yoga poses can be done with various props, including chairs, which give the same benefit. You're just in a more relaxed posture.
Well, Terry, good morning. This looks like it's going to be a great day.
It should be a wonderful day.
And how did you originate the club?
Well, it was about 10 years ago. We had a group of people that had been doing Tai Chi and some yoga and some meditation. And we wanted to form a club to educate the people in the community about how they can be their own health healer, and teach them Tai Chi and yoga, meditation, and Qigong.
See more of our Chi Day coverage in our next episode of Let's Go Clubbing. Still much more to come on Sun City News. Randy Selman's here with an entertainment report. And we have an update from Lifestyle Services. Reporter Chris Chase reveals what she learned in Wine 101. And Doug Wright has some more news about our champion swimmers. We'll return after some messages from our sponsors. Well, it's time for some entertainment news. So, Randy, are you getting ready for Thanksgiving?
Well, Norma, even though it's just around the corner, there are still so many events to keep us busy until the big day. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 2nd, when the Savannah Theater presents their Songs and Stories Cabaret. You'll hear these very talented performers sing the songs and tell the stories that explain why these songs are so popular and well-loved. Scheduled to appear on stage are the Savannah Theater's own Huxley Scott, Michelle Mercedes, Gretchen Stelzer, and Shannon Zaller. They will be accompanied by piano man Kenny Munchow. Tickets are $20 and available at Lifestyle Services or online. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7. If you haven't participated in Sun City's Trivia Night, now's your chance. Grab some friends and pick up some tickets for the next game on Thursday, November 7th. Test your knowledge of movies, books, music, quotes, and so much more. If you don't know the answer, someone at your table might. It's fun even if you don't know the answer, and who knows, you might learn a thing or two. Tickets are only $5, so what do you have to lose? Bring some snacks and drinks to enjoy while you're playing. The game begins at 6 p.m. I'll be there, so stop by and say hi. Just a reminder, Steel Magnolias opens in Magnolia Hall on Thursday, November 7th. This show will pull on your heartstrings. It will also make you laugh and cry and appreciate all the wonderful things life has to offer, especially friends and loved ones. This is one show you will not want to miss. Pick up your tickets now before they're sold out. I'm Randy Selman, and this is your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so please don't miss the show. And now, Lindsay Blackman will fill you in on all the happenings Lifestyle is offering. Lindsay?
This year, we will be hosting 3 New Year's Eve parties, one taking place at Pinckney Hall with the Swingin' Medallions, another with the Chris Crosby Band at the Lake House, and the third over in the Pavilion with DJ Chris. Don't miss out on the opportunities to get your tickets. Tickets go on sale November 1st, online or at the Lifestyles office at 8 a.m. Also, we have our very last Wind Down Wednesday coming Wednesday, November 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Lake House. Come join us for this free event with 4 on the floor until we pick this opportunity back up in the spring. Again, this is a free event, but please no outside beverages.
Some of our residents enjoyed a dynamic wine experience with the introduction of Sun City's Somm Series. A sommelier joined residents for a series of wine tasting classes, which included 4 to 5 wines to taste, along with cheese and small bites. Our news team was there to cover the event.
So Kayla, Wine 101, how did this get started? Was it your brainchild?
You know, Lifestyles has been doing a lot of great things, but we want to try to get a variety and really hit everyone. So we don't just do the big concerts or the festivals or the comedy nights. We want to try to do some more intimate things. So I like wine. Who doesn't like wine? So we thought, why don't we give this a shot? So that's how we started. As a team, we all came up with the idea of doing a Somm series. And hopefully, you know, everyone will be really interested in it.
Now, a Somm series, what exactly is that?
So we have one of the Low Country's sommeliers, Ronald Dietrich. He comes in, and what happens is, you know, everyone comes, they get a welcome cocktail, and just mingles around, meets everyone, and then we sit down, we taste about 4 to 5 wines. We're hoping to kind of theme it going forward, but this is the 101, just to kind of give a generic.
So Ron, what is a sommelier?
A sommelier is a certification achieved. Pretty much it means that you have to study everything from beer, wine, liquor, cigars, as well as service, and then all laws pertaining to that from throughout the world.
So what do you do?
I go around, I taste wine, I taste people on wine, I educate, I sell wine. It's one of the passions of mine. Nowhere else or with any other product can you experience viticulture, history, geography, and everything that comes with it.
Sense. Now, what exactly are you going to do here today?
Today we're going to work through what the Court of Sommeliers calls the tasting grid, where we learn how to taste wine both blindly and cognitively. And then we're going to have some fun as far as how the wines affect cheeses and meats and all that sort of thing.
Well, that's wonderful. Let's go do it.
All right, sounds good. Let's drink some wine.
Well, Doug Wright's here with the sports update. So what good news do you have, Doug?
Lots to talk about, Norma, and it's all good. 10 members of the Sun City Swim Club traveled to Orlando, Florida recently to compete in the 2019 Rowdy Gaines Masters Classic. 8 women and 2 men participated, and the team earned 8th place honors among the 52 teams which competed. Individual honors were garnered by Joe Stewart, setting 4 state records in the back and breaststroke events, and taking first overall in the 80 to 84 age group. Barb Coughlin took first in the 75 to 79 age group, and Ann Tully won the title in the 70 to 74 age group. In addition, the women's and mixed relays team set 5 meet records to conclude a most successful weekend. Our kudos to all participants. This week, Ryan Jensen again shares with us some warm-up tips from his series. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Ryan Jensen, Assistant Health and Wellness Director for Sun City Hilton Head, and I'm here today to give you some warm-up tips that you can do before playing softball. As a reminder, you always want to do a full total body warm-up before beginning any sport, but what I'm going to do is give you some exercises and stretches that you can do beforehand for softball. So what we want to do primarily when we play softball, we use a lot of our shoulders and lower body to do our movement, and also our core when it comes to hitting. But what we want to do first is, if you have your dominant hand, your throwing arm, we want to loosen up our arm. We'll do some circle swings here if you're right-handed. And then you change direction and go backwards and loosen up that shoulder. And then spend a good 5-10 minutes warming up with a partner where you're playing catch and do it, but you also want to get the other arm as well. So we want to stay balanced, we want to loosen up both shoulders, and then we play catch and warm up our arms. But the other thing is we really need to make sure our hamstrings and lower body is ready to go for the movement. So what we want to do is we want to do some light maybe jogging from down on the outfield, and then we want to loosen up those quad muscles. So we just do those butt kicks alternating there, and what that's going to do is it's going to stretch out my quads. And then in order to get the hamstrings prepared, then we want to do those leg swings. You can hold on to the fence at the field to get those in, and that'll really loosen up those hamstring muscles. And once we do our dynamic movement, then we want to do 10 to 15 second static stretch hold. So we want to loosen up our shoulders, we can pull our chest back, hands behind our back, and stretch the front part of the shoulder. And then work our way to the lower body. So we can really stretch out our quad muscle. Once again, you have the fence at the softball field. You can use the fence for balance. And then you can also do the other leg. And then what we want to do last is really get that hamstring nice and loosened. You stretch until you feel tightness there, hold for 10 to 15 seconds. You can recover and do a few more reps each set.
Activities abound this fall in Sun City, so put down those electronics and get that body moving. Doug Wright, Sun City Sports.
Well, thanks for watching our show this week. We invite you to check out Sun City TV's weekly program schedule in Sensations magazine. And now check highlights and alerts on Twitter at SunCityTVHHI. Also email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Now to see extended coverage of your favorite news segments, tune into Extra. Check the current Sensations magazines for daily times. And make sure you tune in next week to find out all the news that's happening in our community. In the meantime, I hope your week is full of only good news. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor, and I'll see you next week.